Crystal.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I started printing out these. Why can't I see myself? Oh, these month. Oh, it's so blurry. Monthly calendars. Um, and so I've been trying to really engage with my people, on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. And so I've been trying to find ways to make it more interesting. So I started. I got these things that somebody had already pre-made on another like Mary
Hmm.
Kay graphic site or whatever. So I'm going to start tracking anybody that engages with any of my posts, and whoever has the most engagement, not likes, but actually comments, um, will win a prize at the end of the month, of every month. Um, so to hope to kind of like bring in some engagement. And then I also pulled up, Amy was laughing at my post this morning about my cows. So I pulled up the calendar that tells you about all the little weird
Hmm.
national um, days of the year or whatever. And so I put my printed calendar. And so I have this thing where when I do post, I always try to do two posts a day, one at 11 and one at 6. So it gets those two different parties. And then anything additional, I post at 3. So like if I have a sale, usually my sales will be at 3, but my original posts stay at 11 and 6. If any of those posts are tips, usually they're later in the day. And if anything has to do with a product, I usually try to post that at 11. Um, and so I took my calendar and I went through all the weird days of the month. Usually there's like multiple, so I'll pick 1 to 2 um, days that something that I can actually like relate to. So like the 7th was chocolate day, but there was also some other weird stuff on there, but I don't really relate to those. So I just did chocolate day, which means that will be one of my posts. So I would need to come up with another post that day. But on um like today, I like to do a tip Tuesday sometimes. So I did a tip Tuesday, and then today was also cow appreciation day. So those were my two posts for today. So I just sometimes I'll make just like a single post where it's just like cow appreciation day and put some funny cows on there. I don't know if you noticed, Amy, but one cow was sniffing the other cow's butt. I did that on purpose. It was funny, but it was like in the background, so I don't know if anybody noticed it.
I did
Um,
not see that.
I didn't either.
I was hoping somebody would like see it and then comment, and then it would start a thing, but nobody really saw the cow sniffing the butt. Um, but I incorporated products into that one. So that way,
Hmm.
it was talking about crusty hooves. So I did satin hand, crusty lips, satin lips. Um, if you want to draw cow spots, to get a smoky eye set. I didn't put any prices. I was just putting ideas to go along with funny comments, like how to get rid of your spots. Use the lash bath and micellar water, and just stuff like that to kind of appreciate the funny day. Look at these products that go with it.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is kitten day. So I'm going to have a post of a kitten and then stuff that would be kitten related. So obviously you need satin hands to keep your paws soft, just
Hmm.
um, cat eyes, whiskers, whatever I can figure out to go along with it. And I'm going to try to do that with it, throughout the whole month of these funny
Hmm.
posts.
You should do
And I,
the brow gel to keep your whiskers down.
good idea. Perfect.
I
That's the
like
one
that
I'm,
because you can be so creative. Well, I'm not really that creative, but I know you are very creative. And like, what a funny way to, yeah, to like engage people and it be like something random and cute, but to tie it in. I love that.
yes. Also on In Touch, there's this thing. It's called oh, I summer social media. It
Hmm.
doesn't have something for every day, but it does have to maybe every like one post a week. Um, I like to check that out just because like on the 29th is lipstick day, and so they have a post that's pretty much already created, like with what to say, and then it tells you what type of pictures or videos to do with that post. And so I literally just copy what their comment is and put it in my post, and then I just selected some lipstick pictures to go with it, and that'll be my post for lipstick day. They also have one for this month. It looks like it's on the 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th. Now I did on one of the days that it had something, I already had two of the fun, silly calendar days. And so what I did is I just bumped that one over because I still wanted to use it. So it helps fill up my 2 spots per day kind of thing. So I would definitely check that out. There's not a whole lot on there, but there is good stuff on there to help you fill up your spaces to try to get engagement with your post. So those are just
Love
things I'm
it.
trying to do, and I put it on this written calendar so that way I can write down, scratch out, write down, scratch out, and then as I do them, mark them off. But I can still see what I've put down. Like next week we've got mac and cheese day, hot dog day, give something. Oh, so there is one that's give something away day. So I actually am going to give something away. I'm going to promote something. There's friendship day, father-in-law day. Oh, and on the 31st is avocado day. So
Interesting.
it's really cute and interesting. So definitely search up national and international days of the
Yeah.
week. So I've started, and I've decided that I'm going to stay 2 months. So I'll work on the current month I'm in and the next month. So that way I can just kind of stay prepared.
Yeah.
So as I go into August, I'll start working on September. I also write down when holidays are, so that way my posts don't overlap on my holidays. There is Christmas in July is on the 25th. So since that's going to be a promoting thing, I'll be posting at 3 o'clock the week before. And so I have posts that I found in one of the Mary Kay groups with Christmas in July posts. And so at 3 o'clock for about 2 weeks before that day, there'll be a 3 o'clock post that posts about Christmas in July special offers leading up to that day. So if anybody wants any of those, let me know. But yeah, it's just something super fun to kind of help engage because I don't get a lot of engagement. I mean, I get some likes and stuff.
Yeah. And people are always, like Crystal and I talked about this last week too. People are always watching more than they're engaging. But I love these ideas. And you could even use some of these on your regular group, like your regular
Yes,
personal page.
as long as you don't put prices on them.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
didn't put any prices on my cow pictures.
Yeah.
So
So
are
I
you
love,
you're allowed to put price, right? You're just not allowed to put if it's like a discounted
yeah.
price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But what a fun way to pull people like engagement from your normal Facebook and then add them to the group. Like that's a really easy like funnel.
hmm And the
Yeah,
way I
that's good.
have my, I forget what it's called, where you have like several of your social medias together. So now
Uh-huh.
that we can't use those things where it posts to all of your sites, it is a
Mm-hmm.
little more time consuming, but as long as you do one day at a time and you copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, it's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit faster. And so what I do is on my Mary Kay group, I have to go in there and schedule each individual day.
Mm-hmm.
I schedule that one first, and then I literally just copy it, and then I go over to what's it called, like Meta or something. Yeah, so I go to that one, which will post to my Instagram and my business Facebook page, and then if I post on my regular Facebook page, it will post to my regular Instagram page. So I have them like kind of all linked everywhere. So depending on what the post is, depends on where I post it. But if it doesn't have prices, then I can post it on all platforms because I have friends all over the place, and
Yeah.
some of my groups are private, some of my groups are public. So it just kind of helps me post a little bit of all over the place. And then depending on what it is, if I can make like a little clip out of it, then I'll post it on TikTok. I did start a YouTube page where I just post random stuff for non Mary Kay and Mary Kay people, just a bunch of mixture of stuff. So just it is a little time consuming, but I think in the long run, once it like gets going, I'm hoping it will start an engagement there, especially when when prizes are involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping this whole, you know, I'll post like once a week somewhere. I'll post the reminder of the engagement of winning the prize. And then if nobody wins the prize, I win the prize. And so at the end of the month, if nobody has commented, I'm going to congratulate myself. So that way people see the congratulatory part of it. Like, okay, you guys, I commented the most on my stuff. So I win this, whatever, you know.
Mm. And even enrolling a customer into that of like maybe one of your really good customers, even if she's not on your group, but messaging her and saying like, hey, I'm starting this thing. Would you be the first one to comment? And
That
like,
way I can congratulate them instead. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And that way you're like enrolling other people and your good customers that, you know, just let them know like, hey, I'm doing this. When you see a post, could you comment because I want to be giving some stuff away? And so just texting her and saying, hey, I just made a post today. Can you go in and comment? And then you're like linking her to it. So then she feels responsible, but then she's going to be curious as to what you're posting, but then other people are going to see it. And
Right.
she's kind of like a little hostess in that sense for you.
True. That's a great idea. And just so anybody knows, anything that I ever post, you're more than welcome to steal. You don't have to ask. So just, I mean, I'm in multiple groups. If anybody wants me to add them to, I'm in multiple platforms across people that have created groups across Mary Kay. They don't necessarily say Mary Kay in their title, but it's Mary Kay stuff like graphics for consultants. Some of them are even for directors, but they let consultants in. A lot of them, though, you do have to prove that you're a consultant. So they'll ask you for, you know, your website, just so they can verify that it's you. Sometimes they'll ask you what seminar you're in, which we're diamond, or who your national is. But they usually have tons of great stuff on there, like ideas for gifts, ideas for posts, ideas. And then a lot of people ask questions for stuff like sometimes it's the middle of the night and your director's asleep. They have a question about something that's going on, like right there at the moment. So they'll ask it and then you can see the answers, like multiple great groups. You should definitely check them out all the way across Facebook. I mean, there's hundreds of them that I'm in and they just randomly pop up and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Or, oh, I could do this with that. So if you're not in those groups, those crazy random groups, I definitely advise go and join them.
Can you send those links, please?
Don't
yes, definitely.
Don't be sending me anything, okay?
I'm not going to send you nothing, Danielle. Yes, Crystal, I will. I will add you to some of the. So there are some that are like better than others, and so I'll add you to the few that I really do use a lot.
Yeah.
And then from there, you can kind of see the other ones that pop up around. But there are like about 3 or 4 really good ones that I use that I check out like daily because they have good stuff on there and it's always active. Like there's posts all the time about stuff. That's usually where I hear about stuff before Danielle tells us. Yeah, because like there'll be sometimes I'll be like, Danielle, look at this. And she goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tonight. And I'll be like, well, I already know about it. So it's
Okay, so
what?
totally unrelated question, or sort of unrelated. So on my TikTok video, a lot of people were asking me what seminar we're in. And that was the most confusing question to me ever because I was like, oh, like we go to seminar in July. So what is that? What is seminar?
We're the diamond division. So all this, there's like 4 or 5 that sometimes they combine them or separate, but there's different divisions of Mary Kay because we can't all fit in one. So back when Mary Kay started, it was just one. And then it was based on your lineage, like, you know, you went to like a different division. So anyway, there's diamond. It's like the sapphire, ruby, diamond, emerald, whatever.
Got
But
it.
they're
Okay.
all the same. Like, you know, we all get the same training and like the same stuff for the most part, but it's different nationals are in different divisions just based on the lineage. So
Got it.
we
Okay.
are diamond.
Well, it's very confusing to have a seminar event and then have a seminar. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I got you. I
That's
got you. Well, Lynn, thank you for sharing all that. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
I
Y'all be
did want,
watching for my kitty post tomorrow.
oh yeah, we will be watching for sure. I'm going to put this in the chat. I don't know if that link will work for you guys, but tonight I wanted to talk about um when you're doing an appointment, the opening. And so kind of each week this month, I wanted to go through like a different part of the party, a different part of the appointment. And so whether that's virtual or in person, this is all going to apply. And Jay, we can talk about too your virtual. So you can work virtually like Lynn's sharing about right now, like with the Facebook groups. And I think she told me that she was helping you get that like set up and stuff.
Yes.
But what I would recommend, Jay, and what I want to do with you is to show you what that would look like. So doing either a Zoom party like this, where it's like you and some friends,
Okay.
where we're all live, everybody's here, but I'm talking through or like specific products. And so we would normally do like the satin hands and satin lips, everything that you tried in person with Lynn, probably. So it would be that same kind of style, but we would just be talking about
Oops.
it versus like how you actually tried it with her.
Right.
So I like to go around the room, around the Zoom, and ask people like, if you would learn or change something about your skin, what would that be? And then we would kind of talk about specific products geared towards them. So whichever skincare set, the microdermabrasion, the charcoal mask, the satin hand, satin lips, eye makeup remover. And then we would have a special set sheet, just like Lynn shared with you in person, but it would just be
Okay.
over the computer screen.
Gotcha.
So that's one way. And then the other way is the Facebook stuff, which I don't know if you're in Lynn's groups, but we can get that set up for you too. And we can do both. So that's what I always do a lot of times with the new people so they can see both sides. And then you can keep your Facebook group posting just like Lynn is sharing. And then you have the Zoom skill as well. And we can do multiple parties to show you what that would look like. And you can
Right.
invite, maybe 1 or 2 people can get on this time, but 1 or 2 people can get on that time. And then you can kind of build it from there too.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I did join a lot of the groups that Lynn sent me on Facebook, so
Okay.
I do have access to that.
Okay. And so we can talk to you about like a good time in a day, and we can book maybe 2 Zooms, and then that way you can be inviting people to both of them for this month.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yay.
And so I do want to share my screen with you guys right here. This is coming from our Sharp Area Skincare chart. And so I did just put this link in the chat. If it worked, let me know. If not, this is definitely in your email. I send this out probably once a month just to make sure that everybody has it. This is just updated with the new, it's updated in March. And so different sections of the party, okay? There's like, of course, the setup, the easy part, the welcoming. There's the opening, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. Then there's like the actual sharing of the products. Then there's the closing of the party. Then there's the sharing the opportunity. And so we're going to kind of go through each of these. And they do talk about these in, I'm going to say in theory, on our pink boot camps, which we have every Saturday. But I wanted to specifically, like in detail, talk about each section of these, like in reality, like in practicality, like what you're actually going to do and what that actually looks like and why. And so all of this is in the flip chart. But of course, when you get to a party or an appointment, you know how to set up, right? You put the mirrors in the trays, you put the product in the thing. Okay. It says you set up your one-on-one office. And so we'll kind of talk about that when we do the close. You want to make sure you greet everybody, which you guys are all very kind and welcoming and warm. You can hug people or shake their hand, and then you have them fill out the profile card. So that's like the setup. Once we get next week to the products, we'll talk about all the products and stuff. But just specifically for the opening, this is such an important part of the appointment. Okay. And this is a sales 101. Okay. Like your elevator pitch, your hook, however you have heard it called, because especially in Mary Kay, people buy Mary Kay products. They like the products, right? The products are great. The products sell themselves, but they could get the products from other consultants, right? They are going to buy Mary Kay from you because they like you. Okay. So as much as you're selling a product, you are selling yourself. And that is a great thing because you are the money maker. You really are in control of that relationship and making people feel important and making people feel special. And I've talked to all of you, like that's on your heart. That's what you love about this business is really the servant side of being able to help somebody through their skincare, to be able to help somebody find a good foundation shade. And a lot of you joined because Mary Kay made you feel that way as a guest as well. And so it's really fun when that can translate into you experiencing that as a guest, into being able to give that as a consultant. Okay, so this is all in the flip chart. I love the flip chart because it does tell you what to say. You don't have to read all of these words, but I do recommend that you go through it. There is even a video of like how to print it out and put it in page protectors, and you can literally use this at your appointments, which I do recommend that you do. But go through and kind of make it your own. Highlight specific things that you want to make sure you say, so that you're not reading it every single word for word. You're making it you, but you still have the gist and the outline. Okay, so this is the welcome and the introduction page. Okay, and literally the open is going to tell them what you're doing that day. Okay, so this literally says, hey everyone, my name is Danielle. Thanks so much for being here. You know, thanks Susie for being our hostess today. I'm so thankful that you invited me into your home. I love how you love to gather people together, and even just seeing you guys here today with her has been so special. And so you can literally just make it your own. You're complimenting the hostess. And if you're the hostess, if you're inviting people to your home, then you just say literally, like, as you would say, thanks so much for coming to my home. I'm so happy to have you. Like, you know, I'm so excited for you to be here and to try some favorite products. Okay. In your open, always sharing your goal. I have a big goal to blah, blah, blah. Okay. I am in a challenge to see 30 faces in 30 days. I have a big goal of earning my red jacket. I have a big goal of being a part of our team, earning our second pink Cadillac. Like whatever your goal is, sharing that with other people and saying, I'm so thankful for your support. So here you can talk about the hostess perks. You can talk about, you know, if Susie is hosting a party, she's getting some free stuff. She's getting a half off shopping spree. She's getting a free roll-up bag, like whatever your hostess program is. And you're promoting that to encourage other people to host their own appointments, right? Their own parties. And so in the open, sharing with them. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mary Kay, a little bit about me, and then you're going to get to try all the fun stuff. We're going to do your hands, your lips, your face, and you can tell them we do everything in 2 appointments. First is the skincare, and second is the color. And so I always do make a fun joke of like, if I were to do all skincare and all glamour at the same time, we would be here for 4 hours. And I didn't know what any of you looked like. And so I didn't even know what to bring. So I always make that a funny joke. In here it says, if I tried to show you everything the same appointment, we would be here all night, you know, so you can make it your own. So telling them today our focus is skincare. At the end, we're going to meet with everybody one-on-one over there. You're going to get a goodie bag. You're going to get some, you know, I'll show you all the special steals and deals. And then, you know, we're going to play a game. So that's kind of just like giving people the outline. Depending on people's personalities, they're going to want to know like what we're doing. Okay. And we can even have a whole nother training on the different personalities and how that plays into the party. That would be really fun. We're going to do that. Okay. So in the open, sharing your story. This is so important. And this is important for the appointment. This is important for the party, but this is just important to have in your everyday conversation box. Okay. Have you guys ever heard of an story? Okay.
No, I have not.
Okay. I had not either, Jay. So your story is literally just why you started Mary Kay. Okay. So, and I love even in this flip chart, it says like, write out and tape your story over this section. This part of the party is probably the most important, sharing why you chose Mary Kay, so critical to the connection you have with the guest. Practice it, practice it, practice it. Think about why you will be in Mary Kay for life. Make them laugh, cry, get curious, and then of course, make sure you're practicing. And when you're practicing this, I would practice like video record yourself. Practice in the mirror, practice in the with your dog, practice like brushing your teeth. Like you want this to be so second nature. Okay. Because how many of you've had somebody say, wait, you're doing Mary Kay. Why are you doing that? Or like, what made you start that? And you're like, I don't know. right? And so, and those of you that have been around for a little while, Lynn, Amy, this can change. Your iStory can change. So think about why you said yes to Mary Kay in the first place. So somebody unmute, tell me why you said yes to Mary Kay in the first place.
Initially, it was for money.
Okay.
Then it was for branding.
Uh-huh.
Then it was for the unit.
Uh-huh.
Now it's for me.
Now it's for you. Yeah. Yeah. So initially for the money, and then it changed. Then she was trying to help Brandy because Brandy was becoming a director, earning a car, the whole thing. Then it was for the unit to help the team, right? Then as she loves the prizes, okay? Like Lynn, we all know loves the prizes. And now she's doing it for her for fun, right? And so it can change. So no matter where you are in your business, it's always good to come back. And so I even 10 years, you can imagine all the different seasons that I've built my business, you know? And I have to come back and I have to change it because if this part is not authentic and it is not real in the moment, you're not going to connect as well with your guests. You're not going to connect as well with your friends or with your customers. And so having this little outline is so good. I've been building my business for a year, a couple months. This is my first party, like whatever it is. Okay. I've been building my business for blank before Mary Kay. What? So it says add a line or two about your life before. And if you want to put pictures in here, you can like scrapbook it up and do a picture too. Okay. So before Mary Kay, I was in college. I went to school for dental hygiene and that's what I loved. I thought I was going to do it forever, which is true. Okay. So before Mary Kay, I was working a corporate job, which I loved, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to have a little bit more fun. Before Mary Kay, I was a stay-at-home mom. And as much as we love our kids, like I need to do something fun, right? Like, before Mary Kay, I was broke as a joke and I hated my life. Like whatever before Mary Kay is for you. Okay. Just be real, be authentic about that. And then I love this line. It says, I never saw myself doing Mary Kay because I hated people. I never had girlfriends. I always hung out with the guys. I didn't know how to wear makeup, right? I was going to college. I thought I was like too good for something like this. Because I thought Mary Kay was a scam. I didn't even know people could really make money in this. Like whatever your because is. I never saw myself doing Mary Kay because blank. But as I learned more about the business, I was attracted to it because blank. And again, you don't have to use these same words, but take this kind of idea, this outline, right? So I never thought I would do Mary Kay because I didn't know how to wear makeup. My mom never taught me any of that. I did not love people. I loved hanging out with the guys. The girls were so catty. I was going to go to college. I did go to college, but as I got started on the products, as I loved everything, and as I found the mentorship of Mary Kay, it really surprised me. So what I have enjoyed the most or what I have accomplished is blank. And this is where I talk about I really wanted to do mission work. I didn't know what that was going to look like. I didn't know how I was supposed to go on a mission trip if I felt the Lord was calling me to do that when I was working 40 hours a week and I had 1 week of vacation. And so because of Mary Kay, I was able to go with my church to Africa multiple times. And now I'm able to stay home with my babies, right? And so I've earned multiple free cars, diamonds, the whole thing. But what I love the most is helping other women build their own business and change their life. Okay. And I can say that in my sleep because I say it all the time. Okay. The more you say it, the more. But I remember even in different seasons of my life, you guys, this is where too you can be really authentic. And depending on your personality, okay, when you can be transparent here, it really shows and builds loyalty. So I remember hard parts of my life, okay, like where I'm working and like my mom's going through chemo and like it was a really rough weekend and I had a party and I was like trying to cancel my party, but I'm like, no, I need to go to my party. And I remember I didn't want to tell people the truth about my life. I don't want to tell y'all the truth about my life a lot of the time because I'm just like a private person. But those moments, those parties that in my iStory, I was real and I was telling people like oh, I never thought I would do Mary Kay, you know, because I was going to school. But now that my mom is going to, you know, undergoing chemo treatment, I'm able to be with her. And like, I showed them like the rawness of like my real life. So many more connections were built because they saw me as a real person. I'm not just like some girl out here trying to sell Mary Kay and like make them buy stuff, right? We're all doing Mary Kay for a specific reason. And so whether that is something fun, like to take your kids to Disney, or whether that's something serious, like I lost my job and I'm really trying to figure this out and Mary Kay fell into my lap and I don't really know what I'm doing with this. You know, I stay home with my kids all day and I love that, but I really want something where I can give back and I can make money for my family and I can like find my identity again, like whatever that is. But I think if you can make this real, you will really connect well with your people and they'll stay with you and they'll remember you. Okay. And that is the key point too. So the reason I work for my business is blank. My current goal is blank. So thank you for supporting me. Okay. So taking this kind of outline and inputting your own stuff into it. Okay. And I would say if you really feel like you're not connecting with people or you don't have a good like elevator pitch is what they call it like this, take some time for sure to write this out and practice it over and over and over. And then when people do ask you like, oh, I saw on your Mary Kay, you know, your post, you're doing Mary Kay, you can kind of take some of these lines and share it with them. Or of course, when you're doing an opening in your virtual party or your in-person party. So people know in the beginning what you are doing. And so then as you go into talking about the products and how the products are great and blah, 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 it's not like, oh, she's just trying to get me a sale. It's like, oh, they're connecting. If I buy this cleanser, I'm helping her stay home with her babies. If I buy this skincare set, I'm helping her take her kids to Disney. And it even gives them like, it makes them feel better because otherwise they're going to go to, you know, TJ Maxx or Ulta or who knows where to buy a cleanser and ain't nobody going to be excited about that. Right? People want to help you just like you're here and you want to help yourself and you want to help your team and you want to help your recruiter. It's the same idea. Okay. Does anyone want to be brave and off the cuff go through a little istory with us? How long you've been building your business? What did you do before Mary Kay? What you're excited about, the reason you're working right now?
I am doing Mary Kay for not only our unit, because I want to see Danielle grow, but I also want to grow myself and to build my own unit, and to teach, you know, other people as well, you know, the fun, the value, the wealth, God, everything above that Mary Kay can offer to everybody. It's not just about the money anymore. It's about being able to share the excitement that I have with Mary Kay with other people.
So good. And you do that so well, Lynn. Like you literally do. You excite us every single time. I'm like, man, I need to be more excited like Lynn.
I open my mouth and you're like, oh yeah. No, I'm just playing.
No, we love it. No, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
I had my why written down somewhere and now I can't find it. So I need to find it and practice it some more.
Yeah, you need to write a new one. That was old, one is long gone.
Okay, like what are the prompts? I forgot.
How long have you been building your business? What you did before Mary Kay, what you're really excited about right now? Why are you working?
Oh gosh, that's a lot of questions. So this is my third time doing Mary Kay. So this is where I get hung up. Like, do I only mention this time? Because like, I guess it'll be too long if I I guess I can say on and off for however many years.
Uh-huh.
Um, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. I'm just gonna say the last 4 years because it's been 4 years since I rejoined. I've
Okay.
been building my business on and off for 4 years. What was the next question?
What did you do before Mary Kay?
Before Mary Kay, I was a stay-at-home mom with 3 kiddos.
Mm-hmm.
And then God led me to homeschool, and I knew that if I wanted to make any sort of money, I would need something very flexible because we needed money to homeschool. And what's the next one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
What's the next?
then now that you're working Mary Kay and you're homeschooling, like what's your reason? Like what's your next goal?
Um, so I did like for the year or for the month.
Oh, anything.
So I mean, my ultimate goal is to like instill entrepreneurship in my kids and be able to afford all the things that we can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this year I'm hoping to do at least 20,000. I want to double what I did last year.
Yeah.
And do 30 faces in the month, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. So yeah, condensing that, right? That's really good. All those little points and kind of writing it out. So condensing it and saying, I've been building my business. I've been a part of Mary Kay off and on for many years, but I've really been building for about the last 4. Before Mary Kay, I was just a stay-at-home mom, which we all know is not just, right? It's it's a full job in itself. But when, I knew I wanted to homeschool my kids and I knew my family needed money for that, I needed something that was flexible. And so, I remembered about Mary Kay. I had done it before. And now I've been able to stay home with them and homeschool and do all the things. And so my goal for this year is to see 30 faces every month and to double what I did last year. So thanks for being here today. So
Cool.
kind of how you can kind of condense it a little bit and show them the big picture, show them the small picture of how they play a part, and the growth. And you could totally double, Amy. I love that. That's exciting.
Thanks, girl.
Okay. So this is so vital. Jay, go ahead.
Well, see, I haven't been building my Mary Kay business that long, maybe for about a few months now.
Yeah.
Um, I really want to thank Lynn. She's been like very helpful to me, like getting me on board. Like when you start a new business and like you're actually getting into it, like you said, like you can, like I think you said in one of the parts, like it's kind of hard getting into it if you don't know like if it's like a scam or not, or
Yeah.
but Lynn has really been convincing me like to really get into it. I know things have been hard lately, so like I really wanted to give my appreciation to Lynn. Thank you so much, Lynn. I love you so much. But before Mary Kay, I was working at Kennesaw Hospital. I never saw myself doing Mary Kay because, like I said, like I'm not really outgoing like that. I'm not really talkative, talking to people. But I really like makeup, so I like doing makeup. I like having my face be clear. I like having skincare. Like I love doing routines. So getting into Mary Kay and looking at all the different products that you guys have, the products that you offer, that's what's gotten me like, yeah, I want to do Mary Kay and I need to get on it. So like I said, I just really love makeup and I really love doing facials.
Yeah, I love it. And so what are you excited about now that you're kind of jumping in, moving forward? Like what's a goal for you?
So I didn't really have like a set goal in mind. Like this is more, I'm still in this state, I'm still in the stages, like since I'm so new,
Yeah.
of this being like a side hustle, like something that I
Yeah.
can do on the side while I work and, start, but like I think in the future I would look into, going into Mary Kay more. Like just like right now, my thoughts now is just this is still like a side hustle for me.
Yeah. And Jay, most people, let me tell you, probably like, I don't even know what the number is, but like 98% of people that do Mary Kay, it's just a side hustle. And so you're seeing Lynn, who like is like hustle Lynn. Okay. This is like Lynn trying to
Right.
make this her real hustle. Okay. Which is amazing. And Lynn definitely will do that. We all believe that, but not even 90% of people. Like nobody's working Mary Kay like Lynn is working Mary Kay.
Yeah, she's amazing at it. I'm like so
Yeah.
surprised. She's really good.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Amazing.
I literally spend more time designing stuff than I do actually like Mary Kay.
We know
I
Lynn.
get excited about designing the stuff, and then it's like, okay, I designed it for 2 days. Somebody like it.
I know. It will be worth it though, Lynn. You have all this stuff in your back pocket. I mean, it's amazing. So
Yes,
yeah,
and I'm going
Jay.
back to days, so it's going to be
Oh,
fantastic.
praise the Lord Jesus. Thank you. When?
Yes. Hopefully within like the next month or the
Okay.
next, at least the next 6 weeks. I should be going back to days, and then
I
I
love
can
it.
start scheduling my parties again. So
Normal stuff. Yeah. I love it.
yes.
And so Jay, I love that. It's amazing. So telling people I've been, building my business just for a few months, but I'm so excited. Before Mary Kay, of course, I was working at Kennestone, I'm still just doing Mary Kay on the side. I never saw myself doing Mary Kay because I'm not outgoing. Just like you said, everything you said in that was beautiful.
Right.
But I love makeup. I love helping people. I love the routine. I love the products. And so right now my goal is just to get started. Right now my goal is just to get some other people trying the products and getting their opinions so I can continue to learn more.
Right. I love how you like took what I said and made that like I'm gonna remember you saying that is amazing. How you can just take everything that I just said and just like yeah, I love that. I love that skill. I never had that skill that you have. Like I love that so much from you.
Well, it's been a learned skill, let me tell you. But sometimes that's what it is too. Is like, so anytime any of you guys are like trying to work with a customer, you're trying to figure out the wording of like a message or like a post or something, feel free to send it to me, because many a years I was sending it to my director, Allison, like, how would you say this? Like, this is my idea. This is what I'm trying to say, but like, how can I piece it together? And so I would say Lynn does that to me a lot of like, hey, how would you word this? Or how would you say this? And so if that's something I can help you with, definitely please let me know. But so this isn't the flip chart. I did real briefly. Jay, normally we just do this for about an hour. So we are wrapping up, just so you know.
Okay.
But I wanted to share with you guys too. This is something Mary Kay has updated the MK University stuff. So I had been still calling it MK University and that, but they've changed it. So it's just called MK Confident. And now there's all these little modules and stuff in there, which are good. I was going through them last night because I was going to pull up the iStory one, and they used to have this really good like excerpt and all of that, but they didn't have it on there. And so I wanted to share this with you so you guys could go in and look at it. But I would say it's kind of basic if you ask, or if you're asking my opinion. I was kind of surprised, and I didn't do all of it. I haven't like been fully into it. So I think if you get on here and you do it, it will be a good overview, a good little like dipping your toe in. But I think as you're going through it, you're going to need a little bit more. So I would really encourage you to watch the playbacks of these, or make sure you're getting on the Pink Boot Camp, which is on Saturdays, and that's always recorded too. So on your In Touch, okay, if you go to the education tab, it has all these little tabs, okay? The MK Confident tab is what I'm talking about. This used to be called MK University. But so then it has all these different modules. So great start, product, team building, earning your red jacket, DIQ, and social media. So you can click on it, and then of course it has different titles. So for new consultants, it goes through the new consultant, or it goes through your kit, it goes through the Great Start app, it goes through how to book a party, how to manage your business. So it does go through a lot. And then it has all the products. Okay. So the skincare and the color. This is going to be so good for those of you that feel like you really need to dive into more. It goes through all the different skincare lines. Okay. I think this part is amazing. It even has a team building segment. And some of these in here have videos to like role play to show you. And I think that's so good. Again, I would say they're just very straightforward. They're quick, like 1 or 2 minutes. And so once you go through and watch them, you might have some more questions of like, how does this happen in real life, So it's like a good overview, but we're going to be diving deeper into some of these, but I wanted to make sure that you had seen this. Those of you that are, current consultants, maybe you've already gone through the MK University. I do feel like this would be a great refresher. Okay. So I wanted to draw your attention to that. But again, I don't think you're going to be able to get all of your training here, like really good training. And so once you get into it, if you have more specific questions, for sure, let me know. Okay. But thanks you guys for being on tonight. My challenge for you is to go through, make a good solid iStory, record yourself, play it back, watch yourself do it, perfect it. And then you'll be able to really implement it. And even if you feel good, just go live in your group or record a video and post it to your group, sharing your iStory. And you guys will never forget this. Okay, this is the last thing. Lynn, then I'm going to let you talk. Okay. I remember when I was like in high school, this would be so brave if you guys wanted to do this. I remember when I was in high school, I went to Starbucks with my mom and her friend, and there was a Mary Kay consultant next to us. And she interrupted us and stopped us and asked if she could share her iStory with us because she was practicing sharing it with people. So if you're just feeling really brave, practice it with other people too. Just like on the fly. Your husband, my husband makes me so nervous, okay? He would be the last. I would share with a stranger before I share with my husband. I don't know why. That's weird. But maybe call your mom or call your sister or call your best friend or call your best customer and say, hey, I'm working on my new iStory. This is a challenge. Like, can I share it with you? And just see how that goes too. That would be exciting. Okay, Lynn.
I in the Facebook chat, I posted in our Facebook chat, I posted the July fun calendar.
Okay, cool.
So
thank you.
Anybody wants to look at it and create their post or steal mine, either one's fine.
Okay. And Jay, I think we need to make sure you're in the group on Facebook. Is he in the Facebook chat?
He should be. We talked the other day and I added him to like a bunch of stuff, like
just
the
making sure.
sharp and all that.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, love you guys. Always here for you. Please message me if I can do anything, if you need help working through your iStory. I'm going to record this and post it to our YouTube, and I'm going to try to be doing that more so that as new consultants are coming in, as you're trying to work on just some specific things, maybe you can just like come back to this recording and be like, wait, what did Danielle say about that? Or what did we talk about with that? And so we can have it all cataloged there too. It's kind of my goal. Okay.
All right, this has been very informative. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so glad you guys are here. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.
All righty, have a good one.
Bye.